Tell me when you're ready. Thomas, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Weird stuff on three, two, one. Welcome everybody to That's Weird Stuff, the show where I share stories of the strange and unusual, and these three answer the question, aliens or not. Before we get into the topic for this week, we're in the middle of our Russian Mystery Month, and we're about to do part two. But someone had a comment on part one, and this guy's name was E. Brassy. So he says lightning strikes leave behind the same elements as a meteor in Italy and is full of nanoballs and no craters, but lots of thunder and lightning.
So you're saying it was Thor then?
Mm.
Yes,
Mm.
Thor,
Italian Thor.
Italian
Oh,
Thor flew over to Russia. It's like, I spiked thee.
So it's that Monier Mongiorno.
All right. Russian Mystery Month Part 2. This is the story of Grigori Rasputin. Born in 1869 in a small Siberian village to a peasant family, Rasputin would become one of the most influential men in the world. Almost nothing is known about his early life except that he may have been involved in some minor crimes, such as a teenager would, and was most likely illiterate. Rasputin would marry in 1886 and have seven children, though only three survived to adulthood. In 1897, after 10 years of marriage, Rasputin left his family to on a spiritual pilgrimage and entered the St. Nicholas Monastery. Some say his conversion was a result of a vision of the Virgin Mary or that he was running for stealing a horse. Rasputin left the monastery a changed man, becoming a vegetarian and swearing off alcohol. He would become known as a wise wanderer and hold church in his father's cellar, where, according to some, rumors included strange rituals. Rasputin's reputation in the climate in St. Petersburg culminated to the meeting between Rasputin and the family of Tsar Nicholas II. Rasputin quickly endeared himself to the Tsar family by the belief that he was able to relieve the pain and heal Alexei, the youngest son of the Tsar who suffered from hemophilia. At one point, Rasputin was credited with the recovery of Alexei after he had suffered a large hematoma. Rasputin's relationship with the family led to rumors of his inappropriate behavior with the Tsarina and the Tsar's daughters, um, and they began to spread in St. Petersburg. Rasputin's influence over the royal family quickly earned him enemies, accusing him of rape and heresy. In 1914, a follower of a rival religious leader attempted to assassinate Rasputin by stabbing him in the stomach. Rasputin would survive after the surgery, or after surgery. And finally, Rasputin's enemies lured Rasputin to the palace of a noble to finally get rid of him. According to uh, a disputed I don't know where I was going for there. Account by one of the assassins, Rasputin was offered a cake laced with cyanide, which he ate. Then he was offered three glasses of wine, also poisoned, but seemed to have no effect on him. Finally, the assassin shot Rasputin once in the chest, left the palace, and then returned to find Rasputin still alive. After a fight, the assassin again shot Rasputin in the head and, to ensure his death, dropped him into a river. Rasputin was buried in a small church but was exhumed and cremated after the Tsar's regime came to an end. So, gentlemen, Rasputin, was he an alien or not?
That's what we're
I,
going with, huh?
Michael, what do you think?
oh man, I'm super fascinated on this one because I actually love. I only know like the fictional characters of Rasputin. You know, like we're talking Anastasia, Christopher Lloyd, awesome movie, he's so cool in that. So my immediate thought goes, demon possessed, like spirit, dark world, and little flying green bats and everything. That's what my immediate thought goes. But then you go to the what is it, King's Man, where that giant dude plays Rasputin. Very, very cool character in that movie. The way it's like that fight scene is so well shot. I love that fight scene so much because it's like, I don't know. You guys just go watch the fight scene.
He's
He's
like
very
like that Russian dancing.
yeah, it's awesome, man. And it's just like how the camera like moves in and with it and everything is like makes you feel like there. Good Lord, I have no idea. That's crazy. All the freaking like death attempts and everything and all the stories around that is awesome. I want to. They need to make like a documentary movie or something of all the weird junk about him. That'd be awesome. Or if there isn't one already, I don't know. You're looking into that. Alien or not though? I don't know because I feel like he wouldn't have stayed to die if he was an alien, But like, why did the shot to the head kill him? Like that's only you think zombies when you think shot to the head. Why would
So
that
maybe
be
he
the
was
thing
a
to do?
Maybe.
Maybe he kind of looks like a zombie in Anastasia,
Yeah.
and in
Don't look like a zombie in
King's
real
Man,
life.
honestly. I don't know on this one, boys. What are you guys thinking?
Jared?
I don't think alien, but a very interesting thing.
Unless
Go
the
ahead.
alien was inside of him. And it was just the
Oh,
vessel. So he
he
let
was-
it die, and he was like, all right, we'll let this one go. And he swarms out of him and goes to another host. It's aliens.
He was a Man in Black.
He was
He
a Man in
washed
Black.
Up, he washed up on shore. You hear a little, and then it opens up, and it's like Orion's belt. And they're like, I don't know what that means.
So instead of making that Hemsworth one, they needed like a prequel for Rasputin to be in Men in Black.
There you go.
Thomas, what do you think about Rasputin?
I don't know about alien. I think some kind of dark Russian priest or just something like that. There's a so you know that podcast, the last podcast on the left or whatever that Jared
Mhm.
absolutely adores and I hate with a passion.
Wow. Some
There's
strong
only one
words.
episode. Well, there's only one episode I truly actually like 100% enjoyed, and it was their podcast on Rasputin. And because one is because they have one of the funniest things I've ever heard, because they go like throughout his life, and he had kind of a mundane life. He's just basically this like bureaucrat that got really powerful, and it's like, yeah, I was more expecting like Rasputin to be like
Uh-oh, we're losing you,
little
Thomas.
Oh no, aliens have taken.
but kind of
Yeah.
dark Russian priest.
We missed most of
So-
what you just said, by the way.
Yeah, you
Damn
kind
it.
of froze out.
It was just like,
It's Rasputin knows that he's trying to silence the truth. I think he's some dark Russian priest.
okay.
Okay. So, what do you guys think of? Because he kind of reminds me of Wormtongue from Lord of the Rings. The way he influences the king.
True.
Kind of looks like him too.
Yeah, but the funny thing about this story is this happened like during World War One.
I was about to ask when, I didn't pay attention to when the dates of when he was alive was. So it was like
Yeah, so
the early 1900s?
yeah, 1898 to 1908.
Oh, wow.
No, earlier than that. Yeah, 1908 is when the story ended.
Okay.
And he was older than.
Find a book on him or something. That'd be fun to listen to.
But what I was gonna say is that, yeah, he got all this influence. He was next to the ear of the Tsar, and this was happening in relative modern times. So could you see this like happening again, like this mystery man able to heal, I don't know, a president or something, and then all of a sudden he's got all this influence?
I don't know how political can we get here. I don't know if it's possible like nowadays, because also like that's coming from like the monarchy part like of Russia, and the Russian monarchy had like a ton of like power, like the population had like no say or whatever, so the monarchy could do what they wanted. So if they felt like they had to host this crazy cult dude, they're like, oh sure, he's ours, he's our friend, it's fine. But yeah, I the part that gets me is that how many assassinations attempts were like one after the other. and they're like, we don't know exactly what killed him, but one of those killed him. We think
Something had to kill him.
something had to kill him, but
Let's say
Yeah.
like Elon Musk somehow healed Biden of his falling downs.
If
But
there's
everyone's-
anyone with an alien inside of him, it's Elon Musk.
Yes.
he builds some like robot legs for Biden.
Yeah, when everyone start being like, hey, let's listen to Elon Musk. Or do they already do that?
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, well, that's going to do it for part 2 of Russian Mystery Month. This one runs right into part 3, so be back for that. Like, subscribe, and notify yourself for even more good stuff to come. We'll see you later. Bye.